Hello, good morning, everybody. My name is Larry Bashara, president of John Adams Mortgage, and today we are bringing you our third edition of the Michigan Mortgage Cast, brought to you by John Adams Mortgage. And today we are going to discuss COVID and how it's affected the mortgage and real estate industry, which it has considerably, and we'll touch on a few of the many points today. With some of our team members and local experts. So with us today we have Bill Holmes from our Front Street Mortgage office up in Traverse City. We have Deborah Hall, one of Real Estate One and Traverse City's top real estate agents. We have Michael Clark, our John Adams Mortgage underwriting manager. We have Matt Choneke, one of our loan officers with John Adams Mortgage, who covers Southeast Michigan area. And Gary DeGrandchamp, who who manages our Real Estate One office in Novi. All extremely knowledgeable and good in all their different areas. So let's go ahead and get started. And we'll start with Bill and Deborah. Good morning, to both of you.
Good morning.
And thank you for joining us. The up north region, the Traverse City 5-county market has been on fire the last year and a half, 2 years. And so I want to talk a little bit about the market and what you're seeing with sales and just the overall market in general. So Deborah, let's start with you. If you could talk about the 5-county area and what home sales have been seeing.
Sure. Well, the one thing I'll see is that we're getting an awful lot of people who have decided that they want to move to the Traverse City area, get out of the big cities. And now that they know that they don't have to go to brick and mortar to do their jobs, they're eager to be able to go to a smaller town place or have a little bit more land or whatever. So I thought, when we were all stuck at home for 3 months that our market was going to be pretty slow, but as soon as we got let out, it just took right off. And I personally am seeing not just the people who are coming into the area because they are choosing to live here, but I'm also seeing families and stuff that want to come here. But also I'm seeing retirees, people who typically would want to be in the warmer states are now deciding that they do want to be back in Michigan with the Four Seasons. So, and with that, of course, it means the prices are going up. And I will say that we have had a little bit of trouble with that because the values are going up with multiple offers on these properties. And the appraisers sometimes have had a hard time getting the properties to appraise with the speed that these values are going up, with what people are willing to pay for them, I would say. So that's caused us a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, I've heard the term, Deborah. You don't in today's market, sometimes you don't buy a property, you win the property. You win with your offer, and so the creativity that you guys have had to come up with to put offers together and structure offers has certainly been there.
Yeah, absolutely true. And it kind of compounds the problem when, especially for those properties that are like under $250,000, when you're competing with people who have been in the rental markets and now they want to be homeowners, and people retiring and stuff, but you're looking at all these different types of financing, which Bill can speak to. And when you're competing against a cash buyer, it makes it really difficult. So it does get awfully frustrating. And a lot of our, if our people aren't prepared, going into it, being prepared and working with a realtor who does know how to make those, write those complicated offers, it can be really tough on them.
Yeah, I think the big takeaway that I'm hearing from you is being prepared is number one. Working from a real estate, from a realtor and loan officer perspective, the communication between each of you needs to be top notch. So you as a realtor can know what the top end is for the borrower, and your advice to the loan officer would be what the market is like, what the seller's willing to do, or what you feel you've seen from a seller standpoint, and how you think that you can make this work. So Bill, let's turn it over to you, based off of what Deborah said, and people moving to the up north region. Can you tell us a little bit about what you've personally seen with borrowers and who you've been able to help?
Sure. As Deborah said, very, very competitive market. Many times I'll find myself getting a call from 3 or 4 people I have pre-approved, wanting me to provide a pre-approval letter on the same home.
Oh, wow.
I know what all of them are going to offer. I know that probably none of them are going to get it because somebody might swoop in with cash. So it's been a little bit more of a tricky situation to be in. But as Deborah said, we've got a great spot to be in. We've got quality of life is very high. We've got clean air, environment, water. People are looking from around the globe, frankly, at northern Michigan. A lot of them having vacationed here, have family here, passed through, have looked at the East Coast, the West Coast, the Texas, Colorado area, and realized we don't have hurricanes, we don't have tidal waves. We are forest fire free for the most part. So just a great quality of life. And we're seeing many people being able to work remotely and relocate here. I would say probably half of my pipeline right now are folks that are coming from the 3 coasts and the interior of the country, who have discovered or rediscovered northern Michigan and are flocking here. So those that are able to do that realize the hospitals are good. We've got a regional airport served by multiple carriers, so that they do need to travel a bit, they can. So it's really turned out to be a wonderful spot for people to land.
That's really unbelievable to think that Miami, Austin, LA, people are moving here. So Bill, are they moving here for as a second home or primary residence?
I'd say primary residence a lot. Second home, as Deborah alluded to as well, or retirees. But I would imagine, I think right now I probably got 8 people in my pipeline that are going to be able to work remotely and are still in the workforce, which leads us to a couple things that we have to be able to get from an employer. An employer will need to be able to provide us with a letter stating that this person has the ability to work remotely, that their rate of pay will not be affected, that all their title, et cetera, are all going to remain the same, so that we've got good stability of income and can feel comfortable approving that loan.
That's great. And Deborah, last question for you, and then we'll turn it over to Michael. But when you're showing somebody homes that lives out of state, do you do anything differently for them?
I sure do. I have so far this year, and a few of them have been with Bill actually, sold 7 homes that the people bought them sight unseen, just with me doing a virtual tour. And the reason for that, well, a couple of reasons. One, many of them are just afraid to fly, or they don't want the expense of having to fly here, look for a house, and the market's so tight and so fast. And most of these that I do put under contract like that, it's been the house came on the market, the people saw it, I went to see it, they wrote a full price offer or over full price many times, and just tied it right up. And then they would fly here for inspections maybe, or maybe not even for that. So this has never happened. I mean, I've been doing this for 20 years, and I can think of 2 times I did a sight unseen, and now I've already done 7 of them. And that's just been in the past 4 months. So it's completely different now. Yeah.
That's great information. Well, Bill, Deborah, thank you very, very much